Hey guys, welcome to another Cascade Crochet video. The last in this series, super exciting, and I think it's one of the most important. Aside from the last one, I think the last one's probably the second most important. This one, very important, and it's basically a two-word question. What next? So when I say what next, what I mean is think about the lessons that you learned during this process of designing or creating or whatever it is that you're doing. It's like, did you enjoy it? Is it something that you see yourself doing again? You know, if the answer to that is yes, then in say 3 months or 6 months down the line, you can do multiple goals, but I recommend just keeping it in the short term for now. Do you see yourself doing a new design every month or every 2 months? Or, if you designed a bag this time, are you going to design a shawl next time? Or if you designed a shawl this time, are you going to design some kind of wearable next time? You really want to think about, where you'd like to be and sort of combine that with what you learned from this whole process. So for me, when I think about what's next for me is always my new design. So something that I know about myself is that I really need to keep momentum going, because have a very bad habit of starting something and then not finishing it. So this is my year of finishing all my half-done projects. Wish me luck. But sort of each new design, I come up with new ideas for the next design. So basically the process of designing keeps me designing because I get new ideas, which sounds kind of crazy. But when I think about myself in 3 months, I'll say, okay, then I want this current pattern published, but I'd like my snowflake blanket pattern published as well. I'd like to be working on my next pattern, but I would also theoretically like that to be getting close to getting to the publishing stage. So within the next 3 months, which I think is very feasible, what I want to do is finish this last little bit on this current project so I can get it published and get it out to all of you. Getting my blanket pattern published, which is fine because I've got it, I've got the blanket completed, I've got the instructions written out, so all I need to do is convert what's on my notebook to the computer, and then be like a significant way through the next pattern. And I've got some fantastic ideas for that. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but the new idea does involve star constellations. So, you can take that wherever you like. And this one I'm thinking is going to have multiple sets of instructions. So, just keep an eye out for it. It should be good. The idea is so firmly lodged in my head that it's crazy. I might do a couple of different versions of this particular item, but I'd also like to have a bag up and published as well. So not just the little dice bags that I've done, which will be swapping to free downloads once I get this new pattern up, because I'm not playing around with Ravelry at the moment. So I'd like to do a handbag and get that up, because I've made so many handbags just freehand from scratch that sort of don't really look like anything else that I've seen. So I'd like to get at least one up and available to you, probably half the price that I do the shawls for, because it's just a bag. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. That's what's going through my brain. Whether or not I get to the bag is another story, just because of the scale of the next project, because the next project is essentially going to be multiple projects. And I can't tell you more than that. It's going to be a big surprise. But if you do tune in to my Twitch stream and you see me there playing Diablo and you want to know how this design is going, literally just type in chat, Cass, can you swap and do a crochet stream? I will stop playing video games and I will pull out my crochet and we can crochet together and I can show you the progress. So this is the best way to get live updates of exactly what I'm doing. I can literally talk you through, like, this is this and that's that and this is the idea and this is how it's going. So, you know, do come follow me on Twitch. So I can't stress that enough, just because, yeah, you can interact with me sort of live. We can talk through our ideas. If you've got an idea and you need help with it, we can talk it through. You know, sometimes all you need is somebody else just to bounce an idea off of. And, you know, that can get you going. So quite often I'll bounce an idea off my husband and he'll just go, you have to show me how it looks. So I'll go, okay, then I'll sort of make it up and he'll go, you know, it'll be yay or nay. And, you know, that's enough. But it's quite different having somebody who kind of knows the process and is like, okay, so, you know, I see that you're doing this stitch, but I think, you know, this stitch or this stitch might also work, to actually give you some practical advice. So anyway, tune in, no pressure, but I would love it if you would, because it's just, you know, it's a fantastic way to keep up to date with exactly what I'm working on. And yeah, I'll tell you the ins and outs of everything I'm doing at that time. So, yeah, and you know, once I sort of hit a few more viewers and sort of hit a couple more goals in my stream, I'll be doing sort of pattern giveaways and things like that. So, you know, stay tuned. Like, pop over, stay tuned. But yeah, that's the what's next for me. But what's next for you could be completely different. So you might have loved the design process and you might be like, I am so with you there. I am like, going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. And you might be like super pumped. You know, some of you might be like, I wasn't super excited about the design process, so I think I'm just going to do some commissions. And that's what the next 3 to 6 months might look like for you. Or you might just be like, I really don't like the design process at all and I don't want to do commissions. I just want to make stuff for me or for gifting or for a stall or something like that. You know what? That's fun as well. Like, this whole process that we've been going through together has been a learning process. And as long as you're learning something from it, you know, you're learning a bit more about yourself as well. So you might have started by designing a toy and you're just like, I hated every second of that. And this is me speaking, because when I make toys, I'm just like, I hate every second of this because I can't stand all the little fiddly bits and pieces. But, you know, designing a bag might be a completely different story, or, you know, designing a skirt might be something completely different. So, you know, even if you hated the design process for this particular item, don't close yourself off to designing something else, because, you know, that might be where you hit your stride. I found that I've really hit my stride in shawls, and, you know, I was one of those people who would, until I made a shawl, I would never have worn a shawl. And now I'm just like, shawls are for everyone. Just like wrap that up and like wrap it around your neck, and you can wear it as a scarf in winter, or, you know, just like wrap it around your arms if it's like gets a little bit chilly. And like scarves, shawls. I'm onto scarves now. Shawls are for, you know, guys or girls. It doesn't matter. You know, if you're a guy and you want to wrap this shawl around you, wrap it around you. Like, go for broke. So, you know, even if you didn't particularly enjoy the process of design with this item, don't close yourself off to different design ideas in the future. So then, you know, there might be just one day where that lightning strike of idea hits you and you're like, yes, yes, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to make. So that could be your what's next. So yeah, that's just something really important to consider now that you've sort of gone through all of the stages and I guess you've learnt how to design, how to keep yourself going, how to sort of manage the self-publishing gauntlet, managing your disappointments, like keeping yourself upbeat, like enjoying the wins, all of that sort of stuff that comes with designing, because it's such an up and down process. And you know what? I'm really proud that you've come out the other end. And you've pushed yourself through and you've finished it, because sometimes you really do need to just push yourself through, because you just think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to finish this, or I hate this project now and I don't want to finish it. You might pick up something else and start designing that and you go, oh no, you know what, I'm going to finish this thing because it's like 3/4 done. So you've probably learned a lot about yourself and a lot about your own processes and sort of the way you think and the way your mind works, and I guess tapping into that creative side of your brain. Because I know if you're anything like me, who has always worked a very logical job, so I was in accounts, so it's all logic. There is no creativity. There is no room for creativity. It is numbers. It's numbers all day, every day. And getting to tap into the creative side of my mind, well, not that there's sides of your mind, but you know what I'm saying. Getting to tap into my creativity through crochet has been so wonderful and rewarding, and just, yeah, honestly, just saved my sanity while I've had these major health struggles. So, and I found that doing the crochet, not only does it calm me down, it helps me practice my fine motor function. And then starting streaming, like talking to people, like that doesn't stress me out. So I'm like, okay, then, so this is kind of, I guess I came into the designing through, I guess, really bad circumstances, but it's kind of brought out the kind of person that I needed to be. So I feel like, I'm on the right path now, and this is the path for me. So I just need to get my butt into gear and keep pushing and keep trying. So, and for this, like for doing patterns, for making YouTube, for streaming, for doing these designs, for interacting with people through the medium of crochet, it's like that's my right path. Like I could stream for 10 hours and then work on a pattern and then do some YouTube, and so I could be working on all of this stuff for 12, 14 hours in a day, and it doesn't bring a lick of stress like my accounts jobs did. And so avoiding stress with my neurological disorder is like literally one of the top things you have to do, because if you start to stress, your body shuts down. And this creativity, I don't know, this whole process has just been like this massive illumination, like big lights are like flashing saying, this is what you're meant to do. And I'm not ignoring that. So that's my what's next. Not ignoring the signs that the universe is literally throwing at me, which is, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And I guess that's what you need to think about for yourself. In the next few months, what do you see yourself doing? Do you see yourself continuing this? Do you see yourself starting something else? Do you see yourself trying a different design? Who knows? Best part is, it's all up to you. So I really look forward to seeing what you do next. I look forward to you maybe popping by the stream and coming to see what I'm doing next and asking me. So being like, so what's this star constellation mystery project that you said you're going to be working on? And I'll be like, thank you for the Inquisition. Let's go. So I will tell you all about it. Anyway, so that's enough of a shameless plug for the Twitch. But honestly, I love to talk. I love to talk, and I will show you every design that I'm working on. Anyway, so that's enough for me. This is the end of our series. The next series I'm going to be looking to do is another how-to series, but they're all going to be encapsulated in singular, like it might be like a cluster of like 2 or 3 episodes, but they're all just going to be really sort of mini things. So basically I'm going to be looking at like how to start designing a shawl, how to start designing a blanket, how to start designing a bag, how to start designing clothes, toys, how to mix your crafting mediums. I'm going to do one on how to make stitch markers, which you would have seen if you followed my Twitch, because I've already done that in Twitch. I'm going to look at how to put your own touch on an existing design. So basically changing up an existing pattern, which is, I think, going to be really fun. So how to create a series of themed or designed projects that sort of all revolve around the same theme. So, you know, maybe the ocean. So you might make an ocean themed blanket and an ocean themed bag that you can carry all your stuff in to the beach, or, you know, there's things like that. And then, yeah, and then we'll go from there, because we've got so many ideas that it's going to be really fun. Anyway, so that's it for me for the final time in this how to design your first project series. And I'm going to finish it off with my beautiful lipstick, which is a Sephora lipstick. So it is so orange. Oh my gosh. It's like copper. I love it. Love it, love it, love it with my skin tone. The color is called Sweet Passion. And there it is, super copper. It doesn't feel like it has a lot of long wear potential, so keep that in mind, but I think it was really cheap. So, you know, sometimes we just need to just go for it, give it a try, and see how it works. Yeah, so that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this series and maybe learnt a couple of things. If you haven't learned anything, that's okay. I will not hold it against you. But yeah, I hope you've really enjoyed this and learnt something from me, or even just about yourself. Yeah, it's been an absolute blast, and it's been my pleasure to walk you through the highs, the middles, and the lows of pattern designing. Trust me, it's mostly highs. It's just, it's just important to temper your expectations. Anyway, so that's enough from me. Hopefully I will see you guys very soon in the next sort of how-to series. I think the first one I'll do is how to design a bag, because I would like to do a bag design. Or it could be a shawl. I don't know. That's the fun of it. So first of all, I'm going to get the current pattern finished, and then we'll start the next series of videos. So anyway, it's been wonderful. I've loved doing these. I hope you've enjoyed them. Yeah, I hope you've learned something. And I look forward to starting the next series of projects with you. So, all right, goodbye from Cascade Crochet. See you later. Lots of love.